He fell in love with her, knowing she might not survive. But instead of walking away, he stayed. And what followed would test his faith, his love, and everything he believed in. Some stories change lives forever. A young man falls in love, but soon after, he discovers that the woman he loves is dying. And instead of walking away, he chooses to stay. He chooses to love her and even chooses to marry her. This is a true story, and it's deeply emotional. Jeremy is a young man passionate about music, but more importantly, he's passionate about his faith. He decides to leave his home and attend a Christian college, hoping to grow spiritually and find purpose in his life. What he doesn't expect is that this decision will also lead him to the love of his life. At the college, Jeremy meets Melissa. From the very beginning, there's something different about her. Not just her appearance, but the way she carries herself, her personality, her presence. It's the kind of connection that feels natural, effortless, almost immediately. They begin talking, spending time together, and slowly their bond starts to grow. But as their connection deepens, reality steps in. Melissa is already emotionally close to another person, and out of respect and honesty, she decides to step back from Jeremy. It's not an easy decision for either of them, because at this point, something real is already developing between them. But sometimes doing the right thing means walking away, even when it hurts. After that, Jeremy leaves. He returns home with mixed emotions, disappointed, confused, and unsure of what the future holds. From his perspective, the story between him and Melissa seems to be over. But life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. One day, Jeremy receives a phone call. Something is wrong with Melissa. Without hesitation, he goes back to see her. And when he arrives, he learns the truth. Melissa is seriously ill. She has been diagnosed with cancer. At that moment, everything changes. The situation is no longer about relationships or timing. It becomes something much deeper and much more serious. Now, Jeremy is faced with a difficult reality. The woman he once thought he had lost is now fighting for her life. And he has to make a decision. Does he walk away, or does he stay by her side? This is where character is truly revealed. Jeremy chooses to stay. Not because it's easy, but because he genuinely cares for her. He supports her, spends time with her, and continues to build a relationship with her despite the circumstances. In a situation where many would hesitate, he chooses commitment over fear. As time passes, their connection doesn't fade. In fact, it becomes stronger. Melissa is no longer just someone he met at college. She becomes someone he deeply values and truly loves. And Jeremy begins to see beyond the illness, focusing instead on who she is as a person. Then, Jeremy makes a decision that surprises many. He proposes marriage to Melissa. Not when everything is perfect, but in the middle of uncertainty, illness, and emotional challenges. It's a bold decision, one that reflects both courage and deep commitment, and Melissa accepts. For a short time, things feel different. They get married and experience moments of joy together. It's a period where hope seems present, as if life is giving them a chance to share something meaningful despite the circumstances. But this moment of peace doesn't last forever. The cancer returns, and this time it is more aggressive. Doctors are no longer optimistic, and Jeremy finds himself facing a new kind of struggle, not just emotionally, but spiritually as well. Questions begin to arise in his mind, questions that are difficult to answer. Why would something like this happen? Why would someone so young, someone he loves, have to go through this? Despite his prayers and his faith, the situation does not improve. This is where many people begin to question everything they believe in. Jeremy is no exception. Eventually, Melissa passes away. just months after their marriage. And in that moment, Jeremy's world is shaken once again. The reality of loss brings a level of pain that is difficult to describe, especially when it involves someone you truly love. After everything, Jeremy is left to reflect on the journey he has experienced, and he remembers something Melissa once said, that if even one life is impacted, then her life would have meaning. This perspective begins to reshape how he sees everything that has happened. Jeremy returns to what he knows, music and expression. And through that, he begins to share his story, not just as a personal experience, but as a message for others. A message about love, faith, perseverance, and the meaning we can find even in difficult moments. Because sometimes, the most powerful stories are not the ones that end perfectly, but the ones that leave a lasting impact. Tell me in the comments, in Jeremy's place, would you have kept the faith?